At Support for Carers, we find that a lot of carers, whether they're new to it or have been caring for years, push their own needs to the bottom of the pile. That's not healthy, and in the long run, if you burn yourself out, it won't help the person you're caring for. We always advise people to register as a carer with their GP. GPs vary as to how much support they offer carers, but at the very least it'll get you a free flu jab. Some GPs offer more flexible appointment times for carers, for example, or an annual health check with a nurse. And if you go in complaining of insomnia or a bad back or whatever, they'll know you're a carer and will consider whether that could be a factor. However busy you are, it's crucial to look after your own physical health. Even popping out for a 10-minute walk will refresh you physically and mentally, as well as stop you rusting into place. Try to get enough sleep. If you're having disturbed nights, could you take a nap in the afternoon? And make a real effort to eat well. If you don't get time to cook from scratch, or perhaps you've suddenly had to take over the kitchen after a lifetime of being cooked for, there are various food delivery services offering nutritious frozen meals at reasonable prices. Take all the practical help people offer. If someone offers to hang your washing out or get you some shopping, let them. As well as the physical impact, caring can be really difficult emotionally. It can change your relationship. You were once equals and now it may feel as if you're not, which can be very hard on both parties. It's vital that you have somewhere to go for emotional support. Now you might be thinking, no, I'm fine, I've got my friends, I've got relatives I can talk to, and if so, that's great, but not everybody does. Here at Support for Carers, we're here to talk to over the phone Monday to Friday and offer monthly carer support groups. There's one in every district of Leicestershire. It's a supportive environment just for carers where you can meet others in the same boat, get things off your chest if you need to, and learn tips and tricks of how other carers manage things. We also offer Telephone Befriending, where trained volunteers, most of whom have been carers themselves, ring you every week or every fortnight for a chat. Because one thing carers tell us is that nobody ever rings and asks how they are. It's always, how's so-and-so? Do try to keep your sense of humour if you can. We used to support a lovely lady whose husband had vascular dementia, which in his case made him disinhibited. One day they went out for lunch and he went around all the tables in the pub telling them he was the landlord and asking if they were happy with their meals. Naturally, she was embarrassed at the time, but she soon saw the funny side when she started telling us about it. Mindfulness is a bit of a buzzword at the moment, but it can be useful to help you feel more relaxed and balanced. If you have a smartphone, there are apps like Calm and Headspace that offer guided meditations. If that's not for you, how about just sitting with a hot drink and looking out of the window for 10 minutes? Anything that gives you a few minutes peace and quiet amid the hustle and bustle of the day. Lastly, let's talk about the importance of getting a break from caring now and then. The posh word is respite. What respite looks like in practice varies from carer to carer. Some people just want a few hours once a week. Some people prefer a whole week off once or twice a year. Carers very often struggle with guilt when they think about respite. But remember what I said at the beginning. If you burn yourself out, you'll be no good to the person you care for. Caring is a marathon, not a sprint. Some carers say to us, oh, I don't think she'd like anyone else sitting with her. But remember, your health and well-being comes into it as well. If all you need is short, regular breaks, there are many ways to achieve this. You might have a kind friend or neighbour who will be willing to give you a couple of hours a week. There might be a day centre the person could go to. Failing that, you can buy in a sitting service, which means someone literally sits with the person and keeps an eye on them. Nearly all home care agencies offer sitting services, and in Leicestershire, Age UK do too. You do have to pay, so if affording it's going to be a problem, you can sometimes get financial help via your carer's assessment. Sometimes carers feel they need a complete week or more off, which often means the cared for person going into residential care for a while. Some care homes have rooms specially set up to take people short term, say for a week or a fortnight. You can either arrange that privately by phoning the care home of your choice and asking them directly about respite care, or you can phone the local authority. The local authority will help find a placement that suits your loved one's needs, and depending on their financial situation, they will offer to cover at least some of the costs. Give us a ring if you need advice on arranging respite care or anything else you've seen in this video.